Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 27th. You can see my puppy hanging out the window having himself a good time here. Woke up this morning, beautiful weather day, absolutely gorgeous. Got up this morning, hopped in the hot tub like I tend to try and do a lot of mornings if I don't have anything I have to get to right away, which very seldom to do. Got around a little slow, nothing major, nothing needed to be done today, so we kind of took our sweet time, just lollygagging around and whatnot. Did not have anything planned. Decided to run over to Orlando to drop off a birdhouse and some fudge we bought for Barbara over in North Carolina. Went ahead, headed over, made that trip over. We were discussing the fact of maybe possibly trying to hit SeaWorld up, which we had not done since before the pandemic started. Actually, one of our last things we did for fun before the pandemic was actually hit up SeaWorld, and Karen messed her back up real bad on one of the roller coaster rides and put her down for a long time. Like, she hasn't got fully back from it yet, and it's been this whole pandemic time. So I did some like crazy video therapist specialist out of like Ohio or someplace, and all kinds of doctor's appointments, all kinds of just crazy stuff. Tons of money to spend this, all because of a stupid back problem. And man, when a back gets you down, it really wrecks your life. It is absolutely miserable. I messed my sciatic up a couple years ago, I don't know, last year, year before, I don't know, a long time ago, summertime, and it just makes you hate life. It makes you hate a lot of things. So, but luckily she's getting better with it. So we grabbed our stuff, we kind of hung around a little bit, talked to her aunt. Aunt was gonna be around, so we headed over that way. Karen was also able to get us reservations to get to SeaWorld, and being the day after Thanksgiving, normally that place would be just smashed packed with people, because a lot of people come here for holidays, for vacation stuff up north, a lot of snowbirds, and didn't know it was going to be a tour. I said, I'm really not into a lot of people, man. Like, I'm not on riding rides or nothing. I don't want to do any indoor shows. I don't want to do that kind of stuff just because I don't want to be around people, you know. And I went ahead, I said, we'll give it a chance. I said, worst case scenario, it's already prepaid pass. We've already paid for a year. We haven't used it hardly for shit. We've already spent a lot of money on it, including the food passes, the drink passes, all that stuff we've got. I haven't really used any of that stuff this year. But went ahead, I think I used it in December also, I don't know, January stuff. I took my mom to the airport, dropped her off. I used it then too, but not much, a few times. But went ahead, we got the parking lot, and it was as parking lot's as full as we've ever seen it, but we usually get there much earlier, so wasn't sure, you know, because if they all pack in, if they just continually bring cars in hour after hour, we get in there, might be just packed normal, just we don't see many cars, so we normally don't get in this late. So I went ahead and found ourselves a parking spot, we have pre-parking and all that stuff, got ourselves parked, headed in the park, and it wasn't too bad. They had us walk through a tent, which I guess is basically thermal imaging us as they went through, because they were checking for temperature, saying 100.4 above, they were not going to let you in the park, and they basically must have scanned off. I don't know, because I didn't even take my hat off or nothing, so I was expecting them to do like the little wandy thing, kind of point a wand over your head, and that was not the case at all. So I guess we just kept on rolling through. It was not the most, they could have done better of the concept of telling us, hey, you know, this is what's going to happen. Leaving a sign I could have read. It said, as you walk through, it'll take your temperature or whatever, but it didn't. So we got there, felt decent with it, got through security like I always do, put my knife, I carry a knife with me all the time. I virtually never remember to take it out before I get to like Disney or Universal or SeaWorld or anything. I've only lost it one time, was one of the nights I lost it in DC at the Holocaust Museum. They were not even cool at all, and it was literally like a 1/16 of an inch too long. Like, it was, the tip was so, like, had I known how close it was, I could have literally smashed it on the concrete and just dulled the tip down and resharpened it back out later and kept my knife, but it was just too close to being able to fit. SeaWorld don't any nice stuff, so I just take all my knives, my keys, my money clip, and stick it in my hat or hold it in my hands. I walk through the metal detector, hold it up high, it beeps, and they wand me around, don't even look at my hat. Like, I could have had a smaller revolver in there. They don't even notice for shit. So kind of laughed and joked with it. We headed on in, used the restroom, of course, wash your hands all the time. There was hand sanitation stations all over the place. One thing I was not happy, there was a couple of them that were not, you could tell it had anything in it. When I told staff it didn't have anything in it, they're like, oh well, kind of give that look like, so what do we do about it? And I'm like, tell us about it. You have a radio, or you tell a manager or somebody, but kind of had that like flippant, who gives a shit look. Most of the staff was really chill, including went through, like I said, we had a food pass, grabbed a little bit of food, went to go watch the Shamu show, Killer Whale show. That's my favorite. The Killer Whale, man, is just, I would pay, if somebody could guarantee put me on like some kayaks and put me on some killer whales out in like the, you know, Barents Sea or whatever type thing up in the Arctic stuff, I would drop 10 grand tomorrow. If they could do it there, let me buy that couple 30 days in a row, I would drop 10 grand of that. It would not bother me one damn bit. I would just, oh man, I love just the thought of killer whales. They're so amazing. And I'd be like, first time I was there seeing them, I was literally bouncing in my damn seat like a damn like an 8-year-old waiting for Santa to get there. Like, it was cookie day, and it was everything. Like, it was just, I still get that little warm, fuzzy feeling in my body when they come through, and they're just such a cool creature. So, really glad we did that. Ran over, hit some food, got some food, though, waiting for them to go eat as we're basically heading to go watch the show. Went ahead to grab some food and asked for some ranch, ketchup for the fries and the ranch for, stuff. And the guy was like, hey, yeah, they're a little small, here's 3. And I'm like, 2's fine. He's like, oh, no, they're small, 3. He goes, I said, hey, thank you very much, because we appreciate you and stuff. And they were super cool. Like, really, like, hey, we know you don't have to be here. We know, there's a lot of things going on and stuff. And I was as nice as I could be to most people. They were pretty diligent out in masks. I would say 90% of the time people had masks on. There were a few people wearing them down to the nose and stuff that wasn't really chill. And then if you had food or drink and you're taking a drink or eating a bite, you could have it down. Now, you didn't put it up between every single bite. I did find myself eating my burger, my chicken strips, and my french fries and stuff way faster than I would have. Normally, I would have, like, drugged that out over, like, 30 minutes, 40 minutes of stuff till the show started. I would just taking my time, piecing it out, because I didn't want to be without my mask that long. I didn't want to be that guy who just eats and then blah, blah. And somebody looks over and sees me not eating and then not even chewing, and then looks back a little later, I took a bite and was finished chewing them to the rest. I don't want to be that guy to get that thought, what the fuck are we, blah, blah. So I'm very conscious of what other people think about me when it comes to something like that. Now, if it's how I wear my hair, how I talk, kiss my ass, I don't care. But if it's my opinions on things, different world. But I don't want you thinking I'm skating the rules with stupid stuff like this when I'm not. So went ahead, said to hell with it. Rushed through my meal real quick, which, fine food. We actually ate the Impossible Burger, which we'd never had before. And Karen said it tasted like a burger that had been boiled, not grilled. It tastes like it was just a little bit lacking on flavor. I think if I'd had it at home, I could have doctored it up with a little bit of seasoning, maybe some Cajun powder, maybe some paprika, some stuff, definitely get some, peppers and stuff on there. I think you could have really doctored it up. And it was far enough that the look and the texture came off as meat. Like, I could have definitely, especially if I had pan fried up in a little bit of bacon grease, you would have never known the difference. Or even if I had thrown a little bit of bacon on top, which, again, not trying to say, oh no, it's no longer vegetarian or it's no longer vegan, clearly. But if it's just a little bit healthier, why not? It's way better than eating, ground beef and having the bacon as well too. So went ahead, though. It was not perfect, but it was good enough. And got to watch the Killer Whale show. Great show. They've changed a little bit of things. There was whatnot. Walking in the park a little bit, kind of just seeing stuff, nothing major. They've got rid of a few little things. They got rid of their paper maps, which I thought was a little bit ridiculous, where they'd have hundreds of them out there and people would just use them for like 5 minutes, throw them down, grab another one, use them 5 minutes, throw them down. I think you should get like one free map, and then after that you got to pay, even if it's a dime, even if it's, whatever the hell it is, kind of thing, make it where you have, cost you a little bit, so you don't just keep chucking the trash down the ground and going from there and all the fun that comes to that. And why the hell did you pull in front of me and slam on your brakes, you dipshits? People are dumb as hell. But went ahead and I was happy to, see that, again, most people are doing social distance fairly well. They weren't excellent at it, but they were doing decent for the most part. They had lots of markings and stuff all over the roads and whatnot, and the sidewalks and all the chairs stuff saying, hey, these are open and stuff. I didn't feel comfortable. That park, I felt home. I felt like I've been home there. I love that park from day one. I've loved that park. And for the shows, not even give shit right about the rides. The rides are all right, but I didn't feel comfortable there. I really didn't. I was like, went and saw the dolphin show, and I told her, I said, I'm kind of like, I can watch the dolphin show maybe, but I gotta get the hell out of here. Like, I'm kind of over. I'm sorry, but I can't stick around for, watching the lights and stuff in the dark and the Christmas lights. And I'm like, whatever. There's one of the things that she wants to go see, and it's got to be a nighttime show. I said, it's fine. I said, but let's show up like an hour before that show starts, so I'm not overwhelmed by all the people waiting for it to come in. And I know I'm a bitch. I'm straight up like, I could suck it up and, oh, you're young enough, you're healthy enough, and blah, blah. But I've heard, we got people who died. We know personally have died from this shit. Also, there's people who had like heart attacks and had major heart issues and lung issues and stuff. I'm a runner. I also smoke cigars. Like, I'm already pushing the limit of my, chance I want to take. I run a motorcycle without a helmet. I take a lot of risk. I've had sex with women without condoms. There are things I've done in the world that are risky. But why risk this one? This one right here is why risk it? Why risk it? Why risk it? I just don't see, there's no benefit to it. So went ahead, said hell, we got home, packed up. We actually grabbed our soda from what's it called? You can make your own, like, little, whatever the hell it's called, don't matter. The one that Coca-Cola has, you just punch the buttons and you get whatever flavors you want. So I grabbed a soda for the road, headed back home, got here, and it was that weird kind of like that, little bit, a little early for dinner, but kind of late. It was that weird time to get home and stuff. It was kind of late enough. I'm like, I don't really feel like eating. We've probably missed dinner, but we had a really late lunch. So we get like 2 separate meals that we kind of shared, about an hour and a half, 2 hours apart, whatever, there at SeaWorld. So went ahead and said, held it. I went and got my run in, got my shower. She ate something. I don't know what she ate. Had some snacks and stuff. I don't know, she probably had pie, ice cream, whatever, maybe some chips, whatever it was. And we kind of did a junk food dinner for the night. Hung outside, watched some Netflix, smoked a nice, wonderful cigar, chilled out. Sun started kind of chilling off a little bit. Got down he got down to 69 when I went to bed, and we'll see what it is when we wake up. But it cooled off fast. Like I'd say, like the last hour, it dropped probably like 3 or 4 degrees in like an hour. So hopefully we wake up and maybe need long pants to go out for my bike ride. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.